The land forces, air force and naval forces of Romania are collectively known as the Romanian Armed Forces. The current Commander-in-Chief is Lieutenant General Stefan Danilă, managed by the Minister of National Defense, while the President is the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces during wartime. 90,000 men and women currently comprise the armed forces, 75,000 of them being military personnel and the other 15,000 civilians. Out of the 90,000 military and civilian personnel, 60,000 are the active troops while 30,000 comprise the active territorial reserves. As of 2010, the land forces have a reported strength of 43,000, the Air Force 9,700, the Naval Forces 7,150, and Joint Forces 13,500. As per the 2011 White Paper, these forces are to be gradually decreased over the 2011 to 2014 period to reach a total of CCA 65,000 active troops and active reserves. Budget. Total defense spending currently accounts for 1.33% of total national GDP, which represents approximately €1.78 billion. Equipment. The land forces have overhauled their equipment in recent years, and have today a modern army with multiple NATO capabilities. They are participating in a peacekeeping mission in Afghanistan, together with the other NATO countries. The Air Force currently operates modernized Soviet MiG-21 Lancer fighters, which are due to be replaced by modernized ex-Portuguese F-16 fighters by 2016. In the first stage, a first squadron of 12 fighter aircraft will be acquired and a second squadron of another 12 aircraft will follow by 2020. The Air Force has also received 7 new C-27J Spartan tactical airlift aircraft, in order to replace the bulk of the old transport force. 2 modernized ex-Royal Navy Type 22 frigates were acquired by the Naval Forces in 2004, and a further 4 modern missile corvettes will be commissioned in the next few years. 3 domestically produced IAR-330 Puma naval helicopters were also ordered by the Naval Forces, and were commissioned in late 2008. Manpower. Romania joined NATO in 2004. As a consequence, extensive preparations were made to abolish conscription by 2007 and create a professional army in place of a conscripted one. The new armed forces include 90,000 men and women, of whom about 75,000 are military personnel. 60,000 of the 90,000 are active forces, 30,000 comprise the territorial forces. Out of the 75,000 troops which comprise the actual military, about 45,800 make up the Romanian land forces. 13,250 serve as the Romanian Air Force and 6,800 are in the Romanian Naval Forces. The remaining 8,800 serve in other fields. Modernization. The Romanian military will essentially undergo a 3-stage restructuring. As of 2007, the first short-term stage has been completed. 2015 marks the end of the second stage, when the armed forces will reach a superior compatibility with NATO forces. In 2025, the long-term stage is to be completed. The stages aim at modernizing the structure of the armed forces, reducing the personnel as well as acquiring newer and more improved technology that is compatible with NATO standards. Current deployments. Romanian troops participated in the occupation of Iraq, reaching a peak of 730 soldiers before being slowly drawn down to 350 soldiers. Romania terminated its mission in Iraq and withdrew its last troops on July 24, 2009. Romania currently has troops deployed in Afghanistan, and is planning to nearly double its troop strength there to 1,800 by September 2010, according to an announcement made by President Traian Băsescu in Prague on April 8, 2010. Other militarized institutions. The following Romanian institutions have military status but are not part of the armed forces: Romanian Gendarmerie, subordinated to the Ministry of Administration and Interior. Inspectoratul General al Corpului Pompirilor Militari and Comandamentul Protecției Civile, merged into the Romanian Inspectorate for Emergency Situations within the Ministry of the Interior. Serviciul Roman de Informații, Serviciul de Protecție și Pază, Serviciul de Telecomunicații Special, Serviciul per Informații Externe. Military ranks. See also, Romanian Armed Forces ranks and insignia. For the full insignia, Romanian Land Forces. Other ranks: soldat, private, frontis, private first class, caporal class 3, corporal, caporal class 2, corporal first class, caporal class I, principal, master corporal, sergeant, sergeant, sergeant major, staff sergeant, plutonia, sergeant first class, plutonia major, master sergeant, plutonia adjutant, sergeant major, plutonia adjutant SEF, command sergeant major, specialists maestru militaire class 5 sergeant, maestru militaire class 4 staff sergeant or 6, maestru militaire class 3 sergeant first class, maestru militaire class 2 master sergeant, maestru militaire class 1 sergeant major, maestru militaire principal, command sergeant major, officers sublocotenent, second lieutenant, locotenent first lieutenant, capitan, captain, major, major, locotenent colonel, lieutenant colonel, colonel, colonel. General officers: general de brigadier, brigadier general, general major, major general, general locotenent, lieutenant general, colonel general, general general, marshals: marisol, marshal. Romanian Air Forces. Other ranks: soldat, airman, frontis, airman first class, caporal class 3, corporal, caporal class 2, corporal first class, caporal class I, principal, master corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, sergeant major, technical sergeant, plutonia, master sergeant, plutonia major, senior master sergeant, plutonia adjutant, chief master sergeant, plutonia adjutant principal, command chief master sergeant. Specialists: maestru militaire class 5 staff sergeant, maestru militaire class 4 technical sergeant, maestru militaire class 3 master sergeant, maestru militaire class 2 senior master sergeant, maestru militaire class 1 chief master sergeant, maestru militaire principal, command chief master sergeant. Officers: note that those in parentheses are ranks formerly used or former rank names or literal rank meanings. Sublocotenent, sub-lieutenant, locotenent, lieutenant, first lieutenant, capitan, captain, locotenent, commandor, major, capitan, commandor, lieutenant colonel, commandor, colonel. General de Flotilla Aeriana, brigadier general, general major, major general, general locotenent, lieutenant general, colonel general, 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 general of the Air Force, inspector general of the Air Force, marisol, marshal of the Air Force. Romanian Naval Forces. Naval ratings: soldat, seaman recruit, frontis, seaman apprentice, caporal class 3, seaman, caporal class 2, seaman, first class, caporal class I, principal, master seaman, sergeant, petty officer, second class, sergeant major, petty officer, first class, plutonia, chief petty officer, plutonia major, senior chief petty officer, plutonia adjutant, master chief petty officer, plutonia adjutant principal, command master chief petty officer, maestru militaire class 5 petty officer second class, maestru militaire class 4 petty officer first class, maestru militaire class 3 chief petty officer, maestru militaire class 2 sire chief petty officer, Maestro Militaire Class 1 Master Chief Petty Officer. Maestro Militaire Principal, Command Master Chief Petty Officer. Officers note that those in parentheses are ranks formerly used or former rank names or literal rank meanings. Aspirant, Ensign, Locotenent Lieutenant, Second Lieutenant, Capitan, Lieutenant, Captain Lieutenant, Locotenent Commandor, Lieutenant Commander, Capitan Commandor, Commander, Commandor, Captain, Contraadmiral de Flotilla, Commodore, Contraadmiral, Rear Admiral, Vice Admiral, Vice Admiral, 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 Marisol, Admiral of the Fleet.